It's Femi Olaniyan here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to make money, how to invest money, and how to manage money. Now, this is a complete personal finance guide for beginners. You're going to be learning everything about personal finance in this free guide. You're going to be learning how you can make money for yourself, the different ways you can use to make money. Then from there, we'll talk about how you can invest your money, the different ways you can multiply your money or grow your money for yourself. And the third thing we are going to talk about will be how to manage your money the right way. So all of these things are going to be covered in this free guide. Also, please note that this is a free guide created by Femi Olaniyan. So this means that if you are watching this video, it is for free. You're not paying any money to watch this video. You are not paying any dime to watch this video. Everything you'll be learning from this video is for free. So make sure you pay attention and learn how you can make money, multiply your money, and manage your money the right way. Now, here are the things you'll be learning from this free guide. Now, the first thing I will talk about will be introduction to personal finance. And then under the section, I'll talk about what is personal finance all about. And then we'll go on to why is financial literacy important. And then from there, we'll talk about common financial mistakes people make. So we're going to cover these three topics under this first section, which is introduction to personal finance. And then from there, we'll talk about how to make money, both active and passive income. So I'll be talking about active income and passive income and how you can make money from these two main sources of income. And then from there, we'll talk about how to invest money wisely. And under this section, I'll talk about investment basics. That is the basics of investment. That is all of the important things you need to understand before you can start investing your money. Then from there, I'll talk about long-term investing versus short-term investing. And then we'll talk about the different investments you should know and how to start. So I'll talk about different investments that are available and how you can start investing. And then from there, we'll talk about avoiding investment scams and how to protect your money. So this section is really important. It's basically how to invest your money and everything you need to know about investing your money. Now from there, we'll talk about how to manage money like the rich. So under this section, I'll talk about budgeting, that is how to budget your money. And then I'll talk about financial planning, that is how to plan your finances. And then we'll talk about saving strategies, that is the different strategies you can use to save money effectively. So these are the sections we're going to be talking about in this free guide. Now let's go into the first section. Now, the first section is introduction to personal finance. And again, I'll talk about what is personal finance all about, why is financial literacy important, and the common financial mistakes people make. Now, let's start with what is personal finance all about. Now, as you can see on the screen, personal finance is the process of managing your money to achieve financial stability and long-term wealth. It includes budgeting, saving, investing, and making smart financial decisions to meet personal goals like buying a home, retiring comfortably, or starting a business. So what's the meaning of this? Now, in summary, personal finance means the way you manage your personal money. That is the money you make for yourself. How do you manage it? So it includes how you budget your money, how you save your money, how you invest your money, and the financial decisions you are making with your money. And most importantly, it involves talking about how you make money. So all of these things are things we're going to be covering in this free guide. So that's basically what personal finance is all about. So if you have been the kind of person that you have been mismanaging your personal finance or your personal money, then this free guide is for you. So make sure you watch this free guide with 100% attention and make sure you watch it till the end. Now, the next thing is, what are the key aspects of personal finance? Now, the first aspect is earning money. That is how you make money. Now, before managing money, you need to earn it, and income sources can include salary. That is, you can make money from salary. That is, wages from a full-time job or a part-time job. And then you can make money from side hustles. That is, you can try freelancing, online businesses, or passive income streams. And then you can try investment where you get returns from stocks, real estate, crypto, or even dividends. So that's the first main aspect of personal finance, making money. That's like the bedrock of personal finance, making money or earning money, because you actually need to make money before you now start thinking of how do you manage this money, how do you multiply this money. So I'll be talking about different ways you can make money in this free guide. So from there, the second aspect of personal finance will be budgeting and expense tracking. So you're already making money, then the next thing is how do you budget and track your expenses? So you can see right here, it says budgeting helps you control your spending and avoid unnecessary debt. Now, a popular method is the 50-30-20 rule. Now, what's this rule? Now, this rule means that 50% of your income should go into your needs. Now, what are your needs? Your needs are things that you can't do without. They are things that you must spend money on them in a month or in a year. And those needs include your rent, your food, your utilities, transportation, and so on. So these are your needs. So that means that 50% of your money or 50% of your salary or 50% of your income should go into your needs. Now, the next one is 30% should go into your wants. Now, what are your wants? Your wants are things that you can still do without them. So it's not compulsory you spend money on them. You only spend money on them maybe for fun or for other things. And they include entertainment, shopping, and hobbies. Now, the last one will be the 20%. So that means 20% of your income should go into your savings and investment. So this means that you should invest and save at least 20% of your income. So you can put that into your emergency fund, maybe your retirement plan or your investment. So you put 20% of your money into savings and investment. So that is the second aspect of personal finance. Now, the third aspect of personal finance is saving money and building an emergency fund. So you see that the first aspect was making money, so you're already making money. Then the second aspect is to budget that money and track your expenses. So after you've done that, then the next thing is to start saving money and building an emergency fund. Because planning for financial crisis is something that everyone needs to take important. So you can see right here, it says savings protect you from financial crisis. So if you are saving money and then you face financial crisis, you can use your savings or even your emergency fund to save yourself from financial crisis. And to save money or build an emergency fund, you should aim to save 3 to 6 months of living expenses for emergencies. So what's the meaning of this? Now, for example, let's say you're the kind of person that maybe after tracking your expenses for some months, you see that you're the kind of person who is spending $500 on your expenses every month. So averagely, you spend $500. So this means that in your emergency fund, you must have at least $1,500 or up to $3,000 in your emergency fund. That is the meaning. So it means save 3 to 6 months of living expenses for emergencies. Now, the second one is use high yield savings accounts for better returns. So if you want to save money or keep money for emergency fund, make sure you're using high interest savings account. So use savings account that will give you interest on your money, not that you just keep your money and it will be idle and it will be losing its value. So make sure you're using a high yield savings account that will give you interest on your money. And then the third one is to automate savings so you don't forget. So this is very, very important. Make sure you automate your savings so that maybe at the beginning of every month or maybe at the end of every month, a particular amount will be deducted from your bank account or from your card to your savings account. I hope you understand that. So that's the third aspect of personal finance. Now, the fourth aspect is investing for growth. So you're already making money, you're tracking your expenses, and then you have an emergency fund. Then the fourth thing is obviously to start investing your money so you can multiply that money. Now, investing helps grow your wealth over time. Now, smart investments include, number one, you have stock market. So for stock market investing, you have buying shares in companies for long-term gain. So this means that you invest in stocks so that you can make money in the long term. And we're going to be talking about stocks later in this video. Now, the second aspect will be real estate. So you can invest in real estate by buying properties for rental income or value appreciation. And then the third one will be crypto and NFT. So you can invest in digital assets with potential high returns, but also high risk. And then you have bonds and mutual funds. So these ones are low risk investment that will give you steady returns. So don't worry, I'll talk about all of this investment and even more later in this guide. So that's the fourth aspect of personal finance. Now, the fifth aspect of personal finance is wealth building and financial freedom. So you're already investing your money. Then the next one is to start building wealth and reaching or getting to financial freedom. Now, the ultimate goal of personal finance is to achieve financial freedom where you don't have to work for money, but it works for you. So instead of you working for money at this point or at this rate, your money starts working for you and your money starts making more money for you. Now, to do this, you need to invest wisely. That is, invest in assets that will most likely make you money in the long term and also increase your income stream. So if you're already making money from one income stream or two, look for how you can increase it to 4 or 5 or 6 and then control your expenses to reach this stage. So these are the 3 important things you can do to reach financial freedom or wealth building. Again, invest wisely, increase your income streams and control your expenses. So these are the 5 main aspects of personal finance. If you can follow all of these aspects step by step, then you definitely reach financial freedom. But take note that it is not a one-day thing, it takes gradual process. So now that you know the key aspects of personal finance, the next thing is, why is financial literacy important? Why do you need to understand financial literacy? Now, financial literacy is the ability to understand and manage money effectively. It includes skills like budgeting, saving, investing, and avoiding debt. And in today's world, being financially literate is crucial for achieving financial stability, growing wealth, and avoiding financial mistakes. So this means that financial literacy helps you to understand how you manage your money. There are some people who had money some years ago and today they are nowhere to be found. And that's because when they were making money, they never managed the money effectively or they never managed the money money very well. But if you are financially literate, you'll be able to know how you can manage your money effectively. And that is why financial literacy is important. Now, financial literacy is important because of the following reasons. Now, number one is it helps you manage money wisely. I've talked about this. Now, number two is that it encourages smart investing. Now, there are a lot of people who just invest their money anyhow or in assets that they don't even believe in, or they just invest their money because someone is saying invest in this and they just put their money in that asset. That is not how you invest. If you are financially literate, you'll be able to know the right way to invest and you start investing in a smart way. And the third reason why financial literacy is important is that it prepares you for emergencies. So this for the aspect where I talked about building an emergency fund and saving your money. Now for number 4, it helps you to build wealth and financial freedom. And number 5, it helps you to avoid financial scams. Now if you are financially literate, you'll be able to easily spot financial scams from far away. So financial literacy is important for all of these 5 reasons. Now, let's talk about the common financial mistakes that people make. Now, many people struggle financially not because they don't earn enough money, but because they make avoidable money mistakes. Now, understanding these mistakes can help you manage money better, avoid debt, and build wealth faster. So there are so many financial mistakes that people make, and that is why so many people are struggling financially. There are a lot of people who are making good amount of money every month as their income, but yet they still struggle financially. And again, it is because they make some financial mistakes, which I will be explaining in this guide. And when you understand these financial mistakes and you know that, oh, you are doing this mistake, you'll be able to stop that mistake, and from there you can manage your money in a better way. Now let's talk about those financial mistakes. Now the first one is living paycheck to paycheck. Now, many people spend everything they earn without saving for the future, and this can lead to financial stress when emergencies arise. Now, what is the meaning of this? Or what even is the meaning of living paycheck to paycheck? Now, living paycheck to paycheck means that whatever amount you make is whatever amount you are spending, which is very, very bad. So it means that if you are making, let's say, $2,000 every month, you're also spending $2,000 every month. That is very, very bad. You need to be setting money aside for your savings and investment, which is very, very important. There are so many people that when they make money, they just start spending lavishly, and before the end of the month they've spent everything they earned in that month, and then they start waiting for the next paycheck, and from there they spend again, and they keep following that cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, which is very, very wrong. Now, how do you avoid this mistake? Now, the first way is to track your income and expenses. So for this, you need to track how much you're making every month. That's if you have multiple sources of income. You need to know, okay, from income 1, how much is entering into my account? From income 2, how much is entering into my account? And so on. And then you need to track your expenses. That is, what are you spending money on? For you to be living paycheck to paycheck, you need to understand what is taking your money the most and how you can reduce it. So that is very important. And then the second way to avoid it is to follow the 50-30-20 budgeting rule, which I already explained earlier in this guide, where I said 50% of your income goes to your needs, 30% goes to your wants, and 20% goes to your savings and investments. So this way you're not living paycheck to paycheck. Now, the third way to avoid this mistake is to increase your income through side hustles or better job opportunities. So this means that you need to try different side hustles. If you have a skill, look for how you can turn that skill to side hustle. Or maybe if you're interested in 9 to 5, look for how you can get better job opportunities than what you currently have. So following these 3 important steps can help you avoid living paycheck to paycheck. So that's the first mistake people make. Now, the second mistake is not having multiple income streams. Now, relying on a single source of income is very risky, and if you lose your job or your business slows down, you will be in financial trouble. Now, what is the meaning of this? There are so many people who are living on just one source of income, which is very wrong. If you really want to build wealth and attain financial freedom, you need to have more than one source of income, and I always advise that you have at least 3 or even 4 sources of income. Now, how do you avoid this mistake? Now, the first one is to start a side hustle. So you can start freelancing or start a YouTube channel or even start e-commerce or try other side hustles out there. Just try something outside your day job so that you can know that you are making money from other sources of income and it's not just your 9 to 5 or your business that is bringing money. Try different things. Now, the second way to avoid this mistake is to invest in stocks, real estate, or crypto for passive income. So instead of relying on your day job, just take out of your salary or money from your business and invest it in stocks, real estate, crypto. And these assets can give you passive income for life. Now, the third way to avoid this mistake is to learn high income skills. So you can learn tech skills, crypto trading, or forex trading, or learn digital marketing, and so on. There are so many high income skills out there that you can learn for free on YouTube. So these are the 3 important ways you can avoid this mistake. So that's the second mistake people make. So the third mistake people make is overspending and lifestyle inflation. Now, this means that as income increases, many people increase their spending on luxury items and unnecessary things, which is lifestyle inflation, instead of saving or investing. Now, what's the meaning of this? So let's say, for example, you are the kind of person who is earning $1,000 every month right now. Maybe by next month, maybe the company you're working for, they increase your salary to $1,500 per month. Now, what you need to do at that point is to make sure that you are living as if you are making $1,200, and the $300 on top, you can start saving and investing. That means you are increasing the amount you are saving or investing. But instead of doing that, so many people will just assume that, oh, because I'm already making more money, let me be spending more money. And then they start going for expensive things, expensive luxuries, and so on. So that is a big mistake a lot of people are doing, especially young people. Now, how do you avoid this mistake? Now, the first way to avoid this mistake is avoid unnecessary upgrades. That is buying a luxury car when a normal one works fine. So if you're the kind of person who is making more money, or maybe your income has increased, and maybe you want to buy a car, and instead of you going for a big car or a luxury car, you can just buy a normal car or an average car and start with that. Don't let your first car be one big car because you're already making money. Stack up money first before you start spending unnecessarily. Now, the second way to avoid this mistake is to spend below your means and invest the extra money. So like I said before, you can just start living below your means. If your income increases from $1,000 to $1,500, be living as if you are earning $1,200, and the remaining $300 on top, add it to whatever you have been saving or investing before. And then the third way to avoid this is to differentiate between your wants and your needs. Now, before you spend money on anything, ask yourself, do you really want it or do you really need it? Then if it's that you just want it, then you might not need to spend money on it. But if it's that you really need it, then you can go ahead and spend money on it. So you must be able to identify, oh, do you want it or do you need it? You need it means that you can spend money on it. You want it means that you don't really need to spend money on it. I hope you understand. So that's another mistake. Now, the next one is depending too much on debt. Now, this means that credit cards, payday loans, and personal loans can trap you in a cycle of debt if not managed properly. Now, there are so many people that depend too much on debt. There are so many people that after they spend the money they've made that month finish, they will now go ahead and be borrowing money from people. They'll borrow money from this, borrow money from that, and then before you know it, they are in so much debt. This is a big mistake that people are doing. Now, how do you avoid this mistake? Now, the first one is use credit cards only if you can pay them off monthly. So for example, if you are using a credit card, or maybe you're in a country that they offer credit cards, if you are using your credit card, make sure that you are able to pay off your credit card every month. Even if you can't pay everything, make sure you can pay a huge amount of your debt every month. Now, the second one is to avoid high interest loans. So if you're the kind of person that you take loans, make sure you avoid high interest loans. Really, really important. And then number 3 is to live below your means. So this means that you should live below whatever you are making as your income. So that's how you can avoid this mistake. Now, the next one is not investing early. There are so many people who are not investing early. Now, many people delay investing because they think they need a lot of money. But time is more important than the amount you invest. Now, there are a lot of people out there who are not investing their money because they think they need a lot of money to invest. Now, when I was in the university and I discussed with my friends about different ways they can invest their money, one excuse they keep giving is, oh, I don't have a lot of money, I just have a little amount of money. But that is not the right thing to say. What you just need to do is to invest as little as you can. If today you are investing $10, before you know it, you'll be investing $50 or even $100. So start investing today and start investing with as little as you can. You don't need to start investing with huge amount of money. You can start with $1, $5, $10. There are different platforms out there that can allow you to invest with as little as $1 or even $5. So make sure you start investing early. So how do you avoid this mistake of not investing early? Now, the first one is to start investing as early as possible, even with small amounts. So I already discussed this. Even if it's just tiny amounts, start investing. Now, the second way is to use compound interest to grow your money over time. So this means that if you invest in an asset, leave the asset to make more money for you, and then the money you make from that asset will make more money for you, and thereby your money starts making more income for you over time. So if you start investing now, in like 3 years, 4 years, or even 5 years, if you are still investing in that asset, maybe stocks or crypto or any form of passive income, for example, that investment will start making money for you or start making tangible money for you after like 3 years or 5 years. I hope you understand. And then the third way is to invest in stocks, ETFs, real estate, or crypto based on your risk level. So you can invest in all of these assets based on your risk level. Now, the next mistake is falling for scams and get-rich-quick schemes. Now, scammers promise unrealistic returns to lure people into Ponzi schemes, fake investments, and forex or crypto scams. Now, there are a lot of people out there that they'll come to you and tell you, if you invest in us, we will give you 100% in a month, 50% in a month, and so on. Those things are unrealistic returns. Trust me, and that is what scammers are using to lure people into all of this fake investment. Now, how do you avoid this mistake, or how do you identify scams? Now, the first thing is, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So if you hear about an investment and they tell you they're giving 100% returns in a month, the first thing you need to ask yourself is this really true? If it's too good to be true, then it's probably too good to be true. So it's a lie. Just don't believe it. 100% returns in a month is too high and it is unrealistic. Now, the second way to avoid this is research investment before putting in your money. Before you put your money in any investment, do your research about that investment. Is it really worth your money? What are the reviews that the investment has gotten from people? What are people saying about the investment? And so on. Make sure you do your research. Don't say because it is your friend who is recommending it, then you go ahead and put your money into it. Be very careful. And then the third way to avoid this is to learn basic financial literacy to identify scams. So for example, this guide you are watching, you are learning basic financial literacy. So after this guide, you'll be able to identify scams easily. So for example, someone promising to double your money in a week is running a scam. So if someone is telling you that you get 100% returns in a week, or maybe in 2 weeks, or even a month, it is definitely a scam. So that's another mistake people make. Now, the second mistake people make is not having an emergency fund. Now, life is unpredictable. Job loss, medical emergencies, or unexpected expenses can happen anytime. Now, without savings, you might be forced to take high-interest loans or sell assets. Now, there are so many people out there that are not prepared for any emergencies in their lives, whether job loss or medical emergencies. So many people are not prepared for this. And when they experience any of these emergencies, they start borrowing money up and down. So that's a big mistake people make. Now, how do you avoid this mistake of not having an emergency fund? Now, the first thing is to save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in an emergency fund. I already explained this earlier, that let's say, for example, you are the kind of person who is spending $500 every month. Make sure you have at least $1,500 up to $3,000 in your emergency fund. Now, the next one is to keep this money, that is the emergency fund, in a high-yield savings account for easy access. So this means that you need to put that money in a high-yield savings account so that you can get interest on your money, and so that you can easily get access to your money when you need it for the emergencies. And then for number 3, automate savings so you don't forget. So you can easily automate your savings, or use savings app that will allow you to automate your transactions. So that means that maybe every month or every week, the savings app will come into your bank account and take a specific amount and help you save in your high yield savings account. I hope you understand. So that's another mistake. Now, the next one is failing to set financial goals. Now, without clear financial goals, you will really struggle to save money, invest money, or even grow wealth. There are so many people that if you ask them that what are your financial goals for the next 1 year or for the next 2 years, they will say nothing. They're just living with vibes. And that is really wrong. You need to have financial goals. Now, to avoid that, the first thing you need to do is to set short-term, that is 1 year, or mid-term, that is 5 years, and long-term, that is 10+ years goals. So you can set short-term goals, that is goals you want to achieve in the next 1 year, or set mid-term goals, that is goals you want to achieve in the next 5 years, or set long-term goals, that is goals you want to achieve in the next 10 years. Now, setting these goals will really help you focus on getting better financially. Because let's say, for example, you say you want to save, let's say, $100,000 in 1 year. That means that every time you look at your goal and you see that, oh, you are not yet reaching that milestone, you'll be motivated to want to reach that milestone. So you'll be motivated to save more money. I hope you get it. Now, the next way to avoid this is to break them into specific actionable steps. That is, break those goals into specific actionable steps. So for example, let's say you want to save $5,000 in 12 months. What you just need to do is break down this $5,000 into 12 and save that amount you get every month. And in 12 months, you will have $5,000. So that way, you are breaking that goal into specific actionable steps. Now, the third one is to track your progress and adjust when necessary. Now, every week or every month, ensure you are tracking the progress of your financial goals. So you can see that, oh, am I really getting to my financial goals, or can I attain these financial goals? And by the time you see it, you can make some adjustment to your financial goals regularly. So that's another mistake. And the last mistake is not learning about personal finance. Now, most people never take time to learn about money, leading to costly mistakes. A lot of people don't know anything about investing. I've met some people and asked them questions about investing, and they know nothing about investing. There are so many people that they are over 30 and they have never invested 1 penny of their money. They have never. And this is actually bad. This is really, really bad. You need to learn about how to save money, how to invest money, how to manage money the right way, how to make money with different income streams. You need to learn all of these things about money. If you don't learn all of these things, it will lead to so many financial mistakes. Now, how do you avoid this? Now, the first way is to read personal finance books. There are so many people that have never read any personal finance book in their life. You need to read books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Psychology of Money, and so on. These books can really, really help you to understand how to make money, how to invest money, and how to manage your money the right way. And number two is to follow finance experts on YouTube and social media. Now, I'm not saying you should follow anyhow person. Make sure you follow people that you can really trust their advice and people that you can really learn from. Now, the third one is to take online courses on investing, budgeting, and wealth building. You can go online and check for courses that can teach you on how to invest your money, how to budget your money, and how to build wealth. All of these things can really, really help you. So these are the different financial mistakes that people make, and if you can avoid all of these mistakes, you will really, really grow financially. Trust me. So that's the first section of this free guide. Now, the second section is how to make money. So we've talked about introduction to personal finance, what personal finance is all about, and the common financial mistakes people make. Now, how do you now start making money? Now, there are two main ways you can start making money, and the first way is through your active income, and the second way is through your passive income. Now, I'll be explaining these two types of income for you in this free guide. Now, you can see right here that it says understanding the difference between active income and passive income is key to achieving financial freedom. That is, if you understand the differences between these two types of income, you will easily achieve financial freedom. Now, while active income requires your time and effort to earn money, passive income allows you to make money with little to no ongoing work. Now, let's break it down. Now, what is active income? Now, active income is money you earn by directly exchanging your time and effort for money or for payment. And if you stop working, the income stops. So this means that you are trading your time for money. So that means that anything you are doing right now that requires your time to make money, it is active income. Or anything that requires your constant attention to make money, that is active income. And this means that if you stop working or you stop paying attention to what is bringing that active income, then the income will stop. So that's the meaning of active income. Now, what are some examples of active income? The first one will be salary or wages. So this means that you are working a full-time job or a part-time job. So that's an example of active income. So it means that you are trading your time for money. That is, you are working in a company or you are working with a brand and then they pay you for your time. Now, the second way you can earn active income is through freelancing. So for example, writing, graphic design, programming, and so on. All of these services you render to make money are active income sources. So that means that you are doing something or you are working on something to make money. And it is what you make or what you work on that will determine how much you are paid. So that's another example. And then another one is consulting. That is, you are getting paid for your expertise. So when people consult with you, that means they pay you for your time and then you make money. So that is another example of active income. So that means that if you are not getting customers for your consulting business, you are not making money. Now, the next one will be hourly work. Now, any job where you are paid by the hour is an example of active income. So if you have any job that they are paying you maybe $10 per hour, $5 per hour, and so on like that, that is an example of active income. And then the last one will be commission-based sales. So people who are under this category are sales representatives and real estate agents. So any source of income that you have to make sales or you have to make sales happen, then that is another example of active income. So all of these are examples of active income. Now, what are the downsides or what are the disadvantages of active income? Now, the first disadvantage is time is equal to money. Now, this means that if you don't work, you don't earn. Now, if you look at all these examples I mentioned right here, for all of them, if you are not working or if you are not paying attention to that work, you are not going to make any money from it. So that is the first disadvantage or the first downside of active income, which is if you stop working, you don't make money. Now, the second disadvantage is no long-term wealth. This means that active income doesn't build lasting financial security because trust me, you're not going to be working for the rest of your life. You're not going to be working till you're 60, 70, 80, and so on. There will be a time where you have to stop working. So if you depend only on active income, then you won't be able to build lasting financial security for yourself. Now, an example is if you're a software engineer earning $5,000 per month, you only make money as long as you keep working. So if you stop working, your income stops too. So that's a perfect example of active income. You make money for your time. So that is basically it. And if you stop working, your income stops. Now, what of passive income? What is passive income? Now, passive income is money earned with little to no effort after the initial work is done. Now, it allows you to make money while you sleep. So this means that with little or no effort at all, you start making passive income for yourself. And passive income makes money for you even when you are sleeping. That means you don't need to work to make passive income. That is basically what passive income is all about. Now, what are some examples of passive income? Now, the first one will be investment. So you have investments in stocks, dividends, real estate, and bonds. So if you invest your money in all of these assets, your money will make more money for you without any additional effort from you or without you working. Now, that's the first one. The second one will be rental properties. So you can buy properties and earn money from tenants. So you can buy properties, rent them out, and then you get profit in return. So what you just need to do is just have money, use that money to buy properties, rent them out, and you start getting passive income for yourself. Now, another one is affiliate marketing. This means you are promoting products and earning commissions. So for example, if you are trying to do affiliate marketing, all you have to do is just create maybe one or two content or few content, put them out there and promote them, and that is all you have to do. Now, once you've done that, make sure you put your affiliate links under those content that you've created. And when people see those content, they will use your affiliate links and then you make money. So even when you are sleeping and people are watching your content, they will be using your affiliate links and they will be making money for you. Now, there are so many people who use affiliate marketing as active income and passive income. So for me, it is my passive income. I don't have to be promoting a particular brand or product every day. I just create content and people just go watch the content and use my affiliate links and I'm making money. So there are some people who do affiliate marketing passively and there are people who do it actively. Now, the next one will be YouTube or blogging. Now, this means creating content that keeps earning revenue. Now, in case you don't know, if you create YouTube content or you create blog posts, for years to come, you keep making money from those content. So, for example, videos I created on YouTube 3-4 years ago, I'm still making money on those content today. And I don't have to create the content all the time. I just need to create the content once and I'll keep making money on that content on YouTube or through my blog posts. Now, the next one will be online courses and ebooks. This means selling digital products. So this is another fantastic way you can make money with passive income. So this means that you just create your digital product once and you sell it multiple times to make money. So let's say, for example, you create an ebook. An ebook is just something you can make with your phone. Just type whatever you want to type and sell it to people. And when you create it once, you can sell it to millions of people and you can make so much money from that. So you don't need to create the digital product all over again. You just need to create it once, and that is the minimal effort you've put in, and the rest is for you to start making money. So these are examples of passive income. Now, what are the benefits of passive income? Now, the first one is financial freedom. Now, this means that you don't have to work every day to earn money. That means your money is making more money for you. Simple. Now, the second advantage or the second benefit is time flexibility. This means that with passive income, you have more free time to yourself to enjoy life. So this means that once you've put in your minimal effort in your passive income, just go ahead and enjoy yourself while you are making money. Now, the third one is unlimited earning potential. This means that there is no cap on how much you can earn. This means that you can earn unlimited amount of money with passive income. You know, with your active income, let's for example, your job, maybe you are making $2,000 in a month as salary. That means that's the maximum you can earn in a month from that job. But if you're earning passive income, you can earn unlimited amount of money from your passive income in a month. Now, an example is if you invest in dividend stocks that pay $100 every month, you keep making money without working daily. So you are making money without you working, and the more you invest, the more money you make, and the money you make can make more money for you. So your money is just working for you. That's the meaning. So with passive income, you don't need to be trading your time for money. Now, which one is better? Now, active income is necessary at first, especially to pay bills and save money. So if you are just starting out your financial journey, start with active income. Get a job, use your skill to make money, try freelancing, and so on. Just try different active income streams to start making money at first, at least to pay your bills and save money and even invest. And then you can try passive income later. Now, passive income is what leads to financial freedom and wealth building. So after you've tried active income for some months, then you can now start taking money out of your active income and start investing. So you can invest in stocks, invest in crypto, invest in real estate, or maybe you even start creating digital products, start creating content out there. Just do something that will give you passive income. Now, the goal is to use active income to build passive income streams so you don't have to work forever. Now, and like I said earlier, I said you will not work forever. You will not work until you are 60, 70, 80. So if you start using your active income now to build passive income streams, by the time you are 50, 60, 70, your passive income will be the one making money for you. Now, here are my final thoughts, and this is the smartest approach. Now, the first one is to start with active income, that is get a job, try freelancing, start a business, and so on. And then from there, invest in passive income streams, that is invest in stocks, real estate, digital product, content creation. And from there, transition to passive income over time so you have financial freedom. So this is basically the summary of everything I've just explained about active income and passive income. So now that you understand passive income and active income, what are the different ways you can start making money with active income? Now, the first way you can start making money with active income is to get a job. Now, I always tell people the first thing you want to do when you want to start making money, or if you are looking for ways to make money, get a job, especially if you don't have any skill. Let's say, for example, you don't have any tech skills or any digital skills, get a job. At least if you have a degree, you can get a job to pay your bills. So get a job is really, really important. You can go out there and get any job. It could be any job. Just look for someone that is willing to pay you money for a job. That is the first thing you just need to do. Reach out to people that, oh, if you have anything I can do for you, I'm available. Or if you're looking for someone to do this and this for you, I am available. Do that first. At least that's one way you can use to make money for yourself. I remember when I was trying to make money, I created content for people online before I started my own YouTube channel. I created content for people on the internet where they pay me money and I create content for them and they post it on their platforms. I've done that so many times before I started my own platforms. So this is something you can do for yourself. Just go out there and look for people who will pay you for something. Get a job. It could be anything. That's the first way to make money. Now, if the job is in a field that you have so much interest in, develop yourself to become the best in that field. So let's, for example, you are a software developer and then you get a job maybe as a junior developer or something, or maybe you are doing internship in a company as a software developer. Now, if you have so much interest in software development, what you just need to do is to develop yourself so much that you become the best in that field. Go out there to get courses, get mentorship, go for seminars, get every available resources that can help you become the best in that field. That is the best way you can make so much money with a job. If you have a job or you do 9 to 5 and you want to make so much money, make sure you try to become the best in that field. That is the only way you can make so much money. Trust me, if you want to work in a big company that is in one of the biggest companies in your industry, ensure you are the best in your field. It is very important. So for this, go ahead and improve yourself. Now, after you try to become the best in your field, the next thing is to get mentors in that field. Again, if you want to go far in any particular industry or any particular field, you need to get mentors. You need to get people who have done so well in that particular industry or in that particular field and let them mentor you. It is very, very important. And even through your mentors, you can get referrals for even bigger opportunities, that is bigger job opportunities where you can make more money for yourself. And the next thing is to rise through the ranks. That is, you keep making sure that you get promoted in whatever job you are doing. So basically, this first stage of getting a job is for people who are interested in getting a 9 to 5 job, or people who want to work in a particular industry and get to the top. So this is a simple step-by-step guide that you can really follow. It is simple and straightforward, but the summary of everything is make sure that if you want to get to the top in any particular field or industry, you need to be the best in that field. And make sure that your mentors are people that you look up to. So that's the first stage of making money for yourself. Now, the second way or the second stage to make money for yourself is to learn a skill. Now, to learn a skill, the first step is to identify a profitable skill. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, not every skill out there will make you so much money. Trust me, whether you believe it or not, not every skill out there will make you so much money. You will see so many people or so many academies advertising tech skills or go and learn this, go and learn that, but not every skill will make you so much money. What you just need to do is to identify a profitable skill. And what is a profitable skill? A profitable skill is a skill that is in high demand. That is a skill that so many people want to pay money for. That is a profitable skill, not a skill that 1 or 2 persons want to pay money for, whereby you have a skill where 1,000 people will pay money for. So it is easier to make money from that skill where there is high demand than for you to make money from a skill where there is very low demand. So identify a profitable skill. That is a skill that so many people are willing to pay so much money for. And that skill could be a tech skill, a digital skill, creative skills, finance skills, and so on. Just basically any skill that is in high demand. Now, the second step is to learn the skill, whether through free or paid options. Now, if you want to learn any digital skill or any tech skills now, you can basically learn it for free. Now, you can just go on YouTube and type any skill you want to learn, and you will see so many videos that will guide you to become a pro in that skill. You can learn basically any skill for free. Just go on YouTube and type it, and you'll see videos. But let's say, for example, you prefer the paid options. You can go on platforms like Udemy, Teachable, Coursera, and so on, and search for the skill you want to learn and pay money for it, and you learn it. Or maybe you pay a mentor, you pay a coach to teach you that particular skill. So after you've identified that skill, go ahead and learn that skill. Now, the next step after learning the skill is to practice and build expertise. Now, after you've learned your skill, trust me, you won't be able to make money immediately. Before you start making money, you need real-world experience. You really need to build that experience so that you can make so much money. And how can you do that? Now, the first way you can do that is through personal projects. So let's, for example, you're a website designer. The first thing you can do is to create a website for yourself. That is, design a website for yourself and send the website to people to review for you. So that will help you know whether you are getting better or not. Or maybe you can just create a website for your friends, for your families, and let them patronize you for free, and then they send you reviews. That's the first way you can practice your skill or build real-world experience. Now, another way you can practice or build real-world experience is through volunteer work. This means that you can volunteer to offer your services for free to an NGO. Maybe you create a website for an NGO and then you get experience from that. So through that, you are practicing and also building real-world experience. Now, another way you can get real-world experience or practice your skill is through freelancing. So let's say, for example, you've learned website design. You can start freelancing and start charging very low amount at first. At first, you can be charging very low amount so that people can patronize you, and from there you are practicing and also building real-world experience. And lastly, you can apply for internships where you can learn on the job while also making money. So these are different ways you can practice your skill after you've learned it and also build real-world experience. Now, after you've done that, the next thing is to create a portfolio and a personal brand. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, to make money, you need to showcase your skills or your work professionally. So let's say, for example, you're a designer. You can create social media pages where you upload your work and showcase your work to people so that people can identify and notice you. Also, you can showcase your work on platforms like LinkedIn, where you can quickly get customers or quickly get people to employ you, because you can quickly get easy employment through LinkedIn. So these are ways that you can try to build your own personal brand and your portfolio. Make sure you are showcasing your portfolio or your work on social media. It is very, very important for growing in today's world. And then the next step is to start earning money. So after you've identified the skill, you've learned the skill, you have the experience, you've practiced, and you've created your own portfolio and your personal brand, then you can now start earning huge amount of money. You can be charging as high as you want. You can start getting bigger job opportunities. You can start a business, or maybe you can even start content creation where you are teaching whatever skill you are learning. You can start making money in different ways. But before you can start making money, make sure you followed all of the steps I've mentioned earlier, because those steps you mentioned earlier will build you up and will help you to start getting bigger job opportunities and start earning huge amount of money later in the future. Now, after you start earning money, the next thing is to scale up and increase your income. So for this, you can increase your sources of income. So let's, for example, you are earning from just one source of income through your skill. You can diversify your income streams. Maybe you can start creating content. You can go into affiliate marketing. You can go into freelancing. You can go into starting a business. There are different ways you can start making money even with just one skill. Or maybe you are creating a company or a business with your skill. You can start employing people and create a team, and you delegate some tasks to your team members, and thereby you are taking off some stress from you, and then you are making more money for your company. So these are the steps you can follow to start making money with just a skill. So again, identify a profitable skill, learn that skill whether through free or paid option, practice and build real-world experience, create a portfolio and a personal brand, start earning money, and then scale up and increase your income. So following all of these steps can help you to start making money easily with your skill. Now, the third way to start making active income is to sell something. Sell something. Now, selling something is the fastest way to make money, whether you like it or not, or whether you believe it or not. Selling something is the fastest way to ever make money in this world. Whether it is a digital product, a physical product, or a service, selling is the fastest way to make money. So here's the step-by-step guide to start selling something and make money. Now, the first thing or the first step is to choose what to sell. Now, if you want to pick something to sell or whether a product to sell, make sure that that product meets these three criteria I'm about to mention. Now, the first one is profitability. Make sure that the product is something that you can easily make profit from, because the goal of selling something is to make profit. So make sure it's something that you can easily make profit from. The second one is high demand. Now, make sure that this product is something that a lot of people are willing to pay money for. That is, a lot of people are willing to buy that product. And the third one is that make sure that that product is something you are interested in. If you have interest in a particular product that you are selling, it will really motivate you to even make more money. So make sure that whatever product you are picking, it meets these three criteria I've mentioned right now. So that's the first way to select a product to sell. So again, it can be a physical product, a digital product, or a service. Whatever you are willing to sell, make sure that it is profitable, make sure that it has high demand, and make sure that it has your interest. Now, the second step is to research the market. Now, after you've decided on what you want to sell, before you start selling, make sure you research the market, analyze the market, and see whether people really want to buy this. You can check your competitors, that is, people who are selling what you want to sell. Check how they are performing, check whether they are making profit, check how you can be better than them. That is something you really need to do. And also check your potential buyers, check how much they are making, check whether they can be able to afford you, check whether they are interested in your product. These are simple ways you can research the market and know whether the product you want to sell will be profitable. So that's the second step. Now, the third step is to source or create your product. Now, if your product is a physical product, you have to know how you will source your product, maybe from the supplier or maybe from the manufacturer. Just look for how you will source your product. And if it's a digital product, look for how you will create your digital product. So if it's an ebook, a video course, a template, maybe a design, just look for how you want to create your digital product and sell it to people. Now, after you've done that, the next thing is to set the right price. Now, the right price is the price that will make you profitable and the price at which your customers can easily afford your product. And for you to set a price that will be profitable, let's say, for example, you buy your product or you source your product with $5 per item. So you are buying one item or sourcing for one item with $5. And let's say, for example, you want to make, let's say, $4 profit or maybe $3 profit, then that means your price should be $8 or $9 so you can make profit for yourself. And make sure that the $9 is something that your customers can easily pay for that product. So ensure that you set the right price that will easily make you profitable and that your customers can be able to easily afford your product. Now, the next step is to choose where to sell. Now, if your product is something you want to sell online, whether physical product or digital product, you can create an Instagram page for your product where you can advertise your product. You can use Facebook Marketplace and WhatsApp Marketplace to promote your product. You can use e-commerce website to promote your product. And maybe if it's a video course, you can use your own website to promote your product, or even use maybe platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and so on. These are different platforms where you can sell your product if it's an online product. But if you are selling offline, then you need to get a physical store or a physical shop in a strategic location. So that is how you choose where to sell your product. Now, after you've done that, the next thing is to market or advertise your product. Now, whether you like it or not, people will not buy your product if they don't know that your product exists. And how will they know that your product is existing? It is through marketing and advertising. And how can you market and advertise your product? There are different ways. Now, the first way is through social media ads. That is, you can do ads on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and so on. And when people see your ad, they'll be able to know that, oh, this product exists. And if they're interested, they will buy your product. Now, the second way to market your product is through influencer marketing. Now, this means that you pay influencers to promote your product online. So you pay them to promote your product, and when they promote your product, their audience will come to you and they buy your product. Now, another way is through content marketing. Now, this means that you create content about your product, or maybe you educate people about your product, and when people watch your content, they come to you directly to buy your product. So that is another good way to market your product, and for me, it is the best way to market any product, whether digital product or physical product. Now, once you are done with that, the next thing is to provide great customer service. So at this point, you're already getting customers to buy your product. What you want to make sure you are doing is that you are providing great customer service for your customers. Ensure that when people buy from you, they are happy with what they've gotten from you, and they're happy with the experience they've gotten from your brand or from your company. And this will even make your customers to refer your product or your brand to other people, and thereby making you get more customers and making more money for yourself. So make sure that you provide great customer service for your customers, and from there you can now scale and grow your business. Now, what do I mean by scaling and growing your business? So let's, for example, you were selling on one platform before. By the time you see that you are making more money and getting more customers, you can now expand to selling on other platforms. And that way is that you can decide to create more products to sell. So let's say, for example, you only have one product that you have been selling and people are really buying it. Just look for another product that those people are interested in and create that product and sell that product again. And this will make you even make more money for your company or for your business. And another way to scale and grow your business is to market aggressively. So you can now take out of the profit from your business or from what you are selling and use it to do more marketing and market that product aggressively. And that will even make you to make more money. So all of these steps are the steps you can follow to make money by just selling something. Again, I said some minutes ago that the fastest way to ever make money in this world is to sell something. Make sure that you are selling something that is profitable, that is in high demand, and something that you have so much interest in. So that's the third way you can make active income for yourself. Now, the fourth way you can make active income for yourself is through content creation. Now, how do you make money with content creation? What are the steps? Now, the first step is to choose your niche. Now, choosing the right niche can help you stand out in any industry or in any field or in any particular platform. Now, make sure that the niche you are picking or whatever niche you are picking is something that you have so much knowledge about and something that you have so much interest in. Now, why did I say this? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because if you have so much interest in a particular topic or in a particular niche, it will be so easy for you to create your content and you'll be motivated to create more content for your audience. So choose a niche that you have so much knowledge in or that you have so much interest in. Now, the second step is to choose your platform. Now, when you start creating content, don't just start creating content on all platforms. You can start with 2 platforms at first and try to grow those 2 platforms. So let's, for example, you want to start making videos on finance. You can start with maybe Instagram and YouTube, or maybe you pick YouTube and TikTok. Just pick 2. And by the time you do those 2 for about 6 months and you do it consistently, one of these platforms or even the 2 platforms can grow massively and you have so much audience watching your content. So make sure that you pick at least 2 platforms or maybe 3 if you have the chance and start creating content on these platforms consistently. When you start creating content, don't start by putting out content on all the platforms on the internet. Don't try to be creating content on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Threads, and all of them. Don't try everything at once. Start with 2, and then as you get more audience, you can now start going into other platforms. So that's the second step. Now, the third step is to create high quality content. So after you've picked your niche and you've picked the platforms you want to be creating your content, focus on creating high quality content. Now, create content that people are going to learn something valuable from, create content that people will really learn something from, or create content that will give people entertainment. Those are the kind of content that will really grow on any platform. Content that will educate others and content that will educate others. These are content that will really grow on any platform, and make sure that they are high quality content. Now, the fourth thing is to grow your audience. And there are different ways you can grow your audience. Now, the first way you can grow your audience is by engaging with your audience. So when people comment on your videos, reply to their comments, make sure you chat with your audience. That's one big way you can grow your audience. And then another way is to leverage on popular topics. So if you see a particular topic that is doing well on your platform, make sure that you keep creating content under that same topic, because this will really help your audience to grow because people are really interested in that topic. So the more content you create under that topic, the more your audience will grow. And another way you can grow your audience is to collaborate with other content creators. So doing all of these things can help you to grow your audience easily. Now, the next step is to monetize your content. So you can monetize your content through different ways. Now, the first way you can monetize your content is through ad revenue. So let's, for example, on platforms like YouTube, you are paid a particular amount of money when people watch your videos and they watch the ads on your videos. So that's one way you can make money for yourself. If you have digital product, you can create digital product and sell to your audience. Number 3 is through affiliate marketing. So you can promote your affiliate links to your audience, and when they use your affiliate links, you make money. And the next one is to offer coaching or consulting to your audience. And then when they come to you for coaching, they pay money and you coach them and you make your money. So these are different ways you can make money with your content. And then the next step is to scale up and earn more money. And then for you to start earning more money with your content, make sure that you improve the quality of your content. Make sure that you repurpose your content. You can turn maybe your YouTube video to a blog post and start making money through blogging. And from there, you can go into other platforms and start making money on other social media platforms. And you can even create a paid group whereby you offer premium service to your paid community. So these are different ways you can scale up and earn more money with content creation. So that's the fourth way you can make active income in today's world. Now, the next one is through online education and coaching. Now, online education and coaching is one way you can make so much money in today's world, because if you have so much knowledge in something, people will be willing to pay money for that knowledge and for the skills they will be learning from you. So the first step you need to follow to start making money with online education and coaching is to choose a profitable niche. So I've talked about this earlier before, that before you pick a niche, make sure that the niche you want to pick is something that is profitable, something that has high demand, and something that you have so much knowledge in. If the niche you are picking aligns with these 3 things I've mentioned, then that is a profitable niche for you. Now, the second step is to decide how to deliver your training. So when people pay for your online education or your coaching, how will you deliver the training to them? Now, there are different ways you can do this. You can do this through an online course where maybe you'll host your course on your website, or maybe on platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and so on. or maybe you do live classes, so you can host live webinars or live classes, or maybe you do it through ebooks or PDF, so you can create an ebook and then you sell it, and when people pay for your online education, you send them the PDF or the ebook. And another way you can do this is through membership communities. That is, you have private groups, maybe private Discord groups, private Telegram groups, whereby people pay to join the group, and in that group you teach them whatever knowledge or skill they have paid for. So these are different ways you can deliver your training when people pay for online education or coaching. Now, the third step is to create your learning material. So now you already know the profitable niche you want to pick, and you have decided on how you want to deliver your training. So how do you create your learning materials? So let's say, for example, it is a course you want to give out. Look for how you create your video course, look for how you make your video course high quality, and make sure that your video course contains everything people are paying money to get. Another way you can create your learning material is, if it is an ebook, just go ahead and type in the content of the course and turn it into an ebook. That is another way. Or if it's a presentation, you can just create the presentation with PowerPoint and deliver it to people. If it's a live class, just go live on any platform and deliver the knowledge or the education to the people who have paid for that coaching or that education. So these are different ways you can create your learning materials. Now, the fourth way is to choose where to sell your courses or coaching. So you can choose where you want to sell it. It could be through your website. Maybe if it's a course, it could be through Udemy, or maybe Coursera. If it's an ebook, it will be through any ebook hosting platform. Just look for a platform where you want to sell your courses or your coaching. It is very, very important. Now, the next step is to market and promote your training. Now, people will not be aware of your training if you don't market or promote it. And there are different ways you can market and promote it. The first one is through content marketing, whereby you create content about whatever you are teaching, and when people watch your videos, they will message you for the online coaching or the online education, and then they pay money and then you deliver it to them. Another way you can market or promote your training is through email marketing. So for example, you can create an email list where people will submit their emails, and then you promote your course or your coaching through that email list. Another way you can promote your training is through affiliate marketing. This means that you employ people to promote your marketing for you, and then you give them a percentage of whatever money you are making from that coaching or from that course. Now, another way you can promote is through paid ads. This means that you do ads on platforms like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and when people see your ads, they message you directly for the course or for the coaching. So these are different ways you can market and promote your training. And then the next one is to price your course or coaching program. Now, make sure you price your course or coaching program in a way that you will be more profitable, and in a way that people will be willing to pay for that course or for that coaching. Make sure that it is not too expensive, and make sure that it is not too cheap. And another way to know the price to put for your course and your coaching is to look at the value you are giving out. If you are giving out so much value, that is so much value that anybody will be willing to pay for, then you can put your price at a high price. But if it's that your value is just something that is just average, then maybe you can put a lower price for your course or coaching. And it can be a one-time payment, or maybe a subscription model, or any form of payment model that you are okay with. So that's for number 6. Now, the next step is to deliver high-value coaching and support. Now, what this means is that make sure that whatever coaching you are giving out to people, make sure that they are getting so much high value from it, because this will even make your customers or your audience to promote your course or your coaching to other people, and that will make you to get more customers and more money. So again, make sure you are delivering high value coaching and support to your customers or to your audience. And from there, you can now scale up and increase your earnings. So from this, you can now increase your source of income, or even sell more courses or sell more coaching programs to people, and you make more money. But again, don't forget, the niche you are picking should be profitable, in high demand, and something you have so much interest in. So that's the 5th way to make active income in today's world. Now, the 6th way to make so much money in today's world is to offer services. Now, the first step is to choose a profitable service to offer to people. Now, obviously, this service you want to offer to people will be a skill you are good at, or something you are very good at. So it's not something that you just start today and you start offering service the next day. No, it must be something that you've practiced a lot and something that you are so good at. So let's say, for example, you've learned software development and you're already a pro, that is, you are very good. Then you can start offering that service to companies or to brands that are willing to pay for it. That's the first step. Now, the second step is to define your service and your pricing. Now, this means that you must be able to answer the following questions. what problem are you solving, how will you deliver your service, who is paying for your service, and how much will you charge for your service. Answering these 4 questions will really help you a lot to define your service and your pricing, because when you know the problem you are solving, then you know the solution you are giving, and if you know the people who are willing to pay for your service, then you know the price to put for your service. So this is very important. Just answer these 4 questions and you can easily define your service and your pricing. Now, the third step is to create a portfolio or proof of work. Now, you can do this by offering services to your families and friends to get reviews, and through those reviews, you can build your portfolio or your proof of work. Or maybe you can create a website where you can upload reviews from past customers or from people that you have worked with. By doing this, you are creating a good portfolio for yourself or a proof of work. So when people want to patronize you and they see your portfolio, they'll be able to know that, oh, you are very good at what you do. Now, the next step is to find and attract clients. Now, to find and attract clients in today's world, you must be able to create content. That's the first thing I always tell people. Create content about any service you are offering to people. Create content. When people see your content, they'll be able to reach out to you and patronize you. Another way you can find and attract clients is to put yourself on freelance platforms. So for example, you can put yourself on Upwork, Fiverr, and so on. So make sure you are finding and attracting clients. If you are not doing that, no client will patronize you. Now, the next step is to market and sell your service. So you can do this through paid ads, you can do this through referrals, affiliate marketing. You can also do this through content marketing, whereby you create content to teach people about the service you are offering, and then they reach out to you. Or you do this by paid ads, where you do ads on online platforms, and when people see your ads, they reach out to you. Or you do this through referrals. That is, people you have worked for, they will refer you to other people and you get more customers. And then from there, make sure you focus on delivering high quality service and get reviews. It is only when you deliver high quality service that you will get good reviews from your customers, and from there you can now scale up and make more money. So that is the simple step-by-step guide on how you can make money by offering services. So that's the 6th way to make active income. Now, the next way to make active income is to start a business. Now, you see, there's something I always tell people, that before you die in this world, make sure you try to start at least one business in your lifetime. And the reason is because if you start a business today, you don't know what will happen. You don't know whether that business will be successful or not. So you need to give it a try. There's so many rich people out there that they became rich by starting a business or by selling something or by just offering a service to people out there. And all of the ways I've mentioned to make money in this guide, apart from getting a job and learning a skill, all the other ones are under this particular one, which is to start a business. Whether content creation, offering a service, selling something, and so on, all of these things are under starting a business. Everything is about doing a business. And starting a business is something that can really make you unlimited amount of money. Trust me, if you have a job, you have the maximum amount of money you can make in a month. But if you have a business, you can make unlimited amount of money in a month. So what is the step-by-step guide to follow to start a business and make money from that business? Now, the first step is to find a profitable business idea. Now, for you to find a profitable business idea, you firstly need to identify the problem you want to solve. That is very, very important. Any business that is solving a problem is a profitable business idea. Trust me. So make sure you find the problem you are willing to solve. Now, the second thing is look for the gaps in the market or in the industry of that business idea. So let's say, for example, you want to start a business in the food industry. Look at the gaps in the food industry. Look at what the other companies are not doing that you can focus on or leverage on. That is what you should focus on to pick a profitable business idea. Also, you can check for trending industries. That is, industries that are trending and they have high demand. That is where you can make so much profit. And another way to find a profitable business idea is to build a business around your knowledge or your skills. So if you have different skills, you can build a business around your skills. So that's the first step, which is to find a profitable business idea. And I'll just explain the different ways you can find a profitable business idea. Now, after doing that, the next thing is to validate your business idea. Now, how do you do this? Now, validating your business idea means that you are testing if your business idea will be profitable. And there are different ways you can do this. The first way is to do your market research. That is, you go online and do your research, whether there are people who are willing to pay money for this business idea, or whether there is high demand for this business idea you're about to start. Now, another way to validate your business idea is to look at your competitors. That is, the people who are doing the same thing you want to start. Look at them and see whether they are making profit, and look at their business model. That is, how are they making profit in this industry? And look for how you can even improve on your own and make more money for your own company or for your business. And another way you can validate your business idea is to start small and test your business idea. So if your business idea is about creating a particular product, you can create the product in very small quantity and see if people will be willing to buy that product. And if a lot of people are willing to buy that product, then you know that that business idea is profitable. So these are different ways you can validate your business idea. Now, the next step is to create a business plan and strategy. Now, trust me, no business will be successful without a business plan and strategy. There are so many people out there that create businesses and they will never create a business plan or a business strategy. A business plan or strategy is basically a step-by-step guide you want to follow to make your business profitable. That is it. So make sure you have a business plan and a business strategy. That is, what and what do you have to do to be profitable in this business? And then the next step is to register your business and get legal documents. So after you've picked your profitable business idea, you've validated your business idea, and you have your business plan and strategy, you can now go ahead and register your business with the right authorities and get your legal documents. And then the next thing is to build your business brand and online presence. Now, if you want to grow a business in today's world, make sure you have that online presence. So you can create a business brand for your online presence and maybe a personal brand for yourself. This will really help your business to grow. Now, the next step is to get your first paying customers. Now, when you start a business, as fast as possible, focus on getting your first paying customers. Now, why should you do this? The reason is because you want to get reviews as fast as possible, so that when you get bad reviews, you can work on them very fast. So after you've done that, the next thing is to market and promote your business. So like I've said earlier, to promote your business, you can use paid ads, content marketing, influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, referrals, and so on. These are different ways you can promote and market your business. And from there, you can scale up your business and increase your profits. So this is the step-by-step guide you can follow to start a business and make money from a business. So just to go over the different ways to make active income, the first one is to get a job. The second one is to learn a skill. The third one is to sell something. The fourth one is through content creation. And then the fifth one is through online education and coaching. The sixth one is by offering services. And the seventh one is to start a business. These are 7 different ways you can get active income in today's world. And if you follow all of the steps I've mentioned for each one, you can make so much money from them. So now that I've talked about the different ways to make active income, what are now the different ways you can make passive income? Remember, active income, you are trading your time for money. That means if you stop working, you stop making money. But for passive income, you are not trading your time for money. It is your money that is making more money for you. So how do you make money with passive income? And that is what will take us to the next section of this guide, which is how to invest money wisely. So basically, investing your money and getting returns from your money is how you earn passive income. And under this section, I'll be talking about investment basics. I'll talk about long-term investing versus short-term investing. I'll talk about different investments you should know and how you can start. And then I'll talk about avoiding investment scams and how to protect your money. So let's get started. Now, let's start with investment basics. Now, what is an investment, or what is the meaning of investment? Now, investment is the process of committing money to an asset or venture with the expectation of generating profit over time. So this means that you put money in an asset and that asset will make more money for you over time. That's the meaning of investing your money. Now, investing helps you to grow wealth, beat inflation, and achieve your financial goals. Now, why should you invest your money? So why invest? Now, the first reason is wealth growth. Now, money invested can grow significantly over time. This means that if you invest your money in an asset today, that asset can make more money for you, and the money you get from that asset will make more money for you. So the investment will just be creating more money for you every day or every month or every year, and thereby growing wealth for you. Now, the second reason why you should invest is passive income. Now, some investment generates regular income, e.g. dividend interest. So for example, if you're investing in stocks that pay dividends, you get passive income for yourself. So that means that the investment is making money for you. Now, the third reason why you need to invest is beating inflation. Now, investing ensures your money retains value over time. So for example, if you have, let's say, $1,000 and you don't use that money for anything, you don't invest it, you just leave it in the bank, in 1 year to come or 2 years to come, that $1,000 will lose its value. And then another reason why you need to invest is financial security. It helps in retirement planning and achieving financial freedom. So these are the reasons why you need to be investing your money. Now, what are the different types of investments you should know? Now, for number one, you have stocks. Now, investing in stocks means ownership in a company with potential for high returns, but also risk. So this means that you invest in a particular company and you become a passive owner in that company. That's just the meaning. And then you get returns when there's growth in the company or when the company makes money. That's just the meaning. And then another type of investment we have will be bonds. So bonds means you are lending money to a government or corporation with fixed interest returns. So if you're interested in bonds, you can just go to your bank and say you want to invest in government bonds. They will give you access to that and you just put your money and you get your returns. Now this kind of investment is a low risk investment where you just earn little returns on your money. So if you're looking for low risk investment, bonds will be the right one for you. Now the next one will be real estate. Real estate means buying property for rental income or appreciation. So this means that you buy rental properties and you rent them out to get passive income, or you just buy them and hold, and when they increase in value, you sell to make more money for yourself. And then another type of investment we have will be mutual funds and ETFs. So mutual funds are pooled investments that are managed by professionals. So mutual funds means a group of investments. So in a mutual funds, you can have different investments in it, and all of those investments are managed by professionals or by investment managers. And then you have commodities. Commodities means you are investing in assets like gold, silver, or oil. So you are investing in gold, silver, or oil. That means you are investing in commodities. And then the next one will be cryptocurrency. So these are digital assets with high volatility but potential growth. So you can invest in cryptocurrencies if you have the chance for high risk investment. And then you have high savings accounts. So high savings accounts are accounts where you can save your money and then you get high interest on your money. That's just what high interest savings account is all about. So these are different types of investment that you can invest your money in. Don't worry, I'll still be talking in depth about each of these types of investments, so make sure you keep watching and be patient. Now, the next thing we'll be talking about is key investment principles. What are the important principles you must understand about investing your money? Now, the first one will be risk versus return. Now, this means that higher returns often come with higher risk. This means that if you want to make more money from an investment, you must be able to take high risk. If you want to make low returns from an investment, then you go for low risk. That's just what this is telling you. So make sure you know that. That means that if you see any investment that is giving you high returns, have it at the back of your mind that it is a high risk investment. Now, the second principle you need to understand is diversification. This means spread your investments across different assets to minimize risk. So this means that if you want to invest your money, invest it in different assets. Don't invest your money in one asset. Don't go and invest all your money in crypto or all your money in stocks. Make sure you put your money in different investment assets so that you can minimize risk. Now, the next principle will be long-term perspective. This means that investing is best when viewed over years, not weeks. So this means that if you want to invest your money and focus on reasonable returns, make sure that you're investing for long term. So make sure you're investing for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and so on. The next one will be compounding. Compounding means reinvesting earnings helps accelerate towards growth. So this means that, let's say for example, you invest in crypto, and if you make money from that crypto investment, the money you make from that crypto investment, you invest it back into that crypto or maybe to other cryptocurrencies, and then you use that money to make more money for yourself. So it's just like if the money you make, you use it to make more money, and that money you use it to make more money. So you'll be following that cycle, and your money will start making more money for you over time. And then market research is the last one. This means always understand what you are investing in. A lot of people want to invest in stocks, but yeah, they don't want to educate themselves about what the stock market is all about. A lot of people want to invest in cryptocurrencies, but yet they don't want to learn about what crypto is all about. All of these things are things you need to understand before you put in your money. So these are the key important principles you need to know about investing your money before you start. Now let's go into long-term investing versus short-term investing. Now, investing can be approached with different time horizons, primarily categorized into long-term investing and short-term investing. Now, each has its own strategies, risks, and rewards. Now, let's start with long-term investing. Now, what is the definition for long-term investing? Now, this means holding investment for an extended period, typically 5 years or more. And the objective of long-term investing is to build wealth over time through capital appreciation, compounding, and dividends. So this means that if you invest your money in an asset and you invest for like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, that means that is a long-term investment. So you are looking to take profit from that investment after so many years. And the objective of this kind of investment is to build wealth through capital appreciation, that is when the asset increases in price, or through compounding, that is when the money you make keeps on making more money for you, or through dividends, that is you keep getting passive income from that investment. I hope you understand. So that's the definition and that's the objective of a long-term investment. Now, what are the key features of long-term investing? Now, the number one feature is compounding benefit. This means that your earnings are reinvested, leading to exponential growth. So I already explained this. I said the money you make, you use it to make more money, and that money you use it to make money, and your money will start making more money for you. That's the meaning of compounding benefit. Now, the next feature is less impact from market fluctuations. So this means that short-term volatility matters less as prices tend to rise over time. So what it's trying to tell you is that when market moves up and down, whether stocks or crypto, it doesn't affect you if you are doing long-term investing, because when market is moving up and down, it will eventually still come and move up and enter into your profit level. So you don't have to be bothered about short-term price movement in the market. Now, the next feature will be lower taxes and fees. Now, capital gains taxes are lower for long-term holdings. So this means that if you are investing for the long term, the tax or the trading fees you'll be paying will be very, very low. And then the next one will be passive approach. So this means that there's less frequent buying and selling, reducing emotional decision making. So it's not like the kind of investing where you'll be buy today, sell tomorrow, buy in another week, sell again. All of those things are not long-term investing. For long-term investing, you are not buying and selling frequently, so there's nothing like emotional decision that you are doing with your money. Now, what are the common long-term investment strategies? Now, the first one is to buy and hold. Now, this means investing in quality assets and holding them for years. So let's, for example, you want to invest in crypto, you can buy Bitcoin and hold for years. If it's ETH, you buy and hold for years. Or maybe if it's stocks, maybe you invest in a particular company and keep holding the stocks you buy in that company for years. So that's an example of buy and hold. Now, the second one is dollar cost averaging strategy. Now, this means investing a fixed amount regularly to average out market fluctuations. So if you are planning to do long-term investment, that means that, let's for example in crypto, this means that you can invest a fixed amount of money every week or every month into that asset for about 5 years or 10 years, or for as long as you want to keep investing in that asset. Or maybe if it's a particular stock, you can just pick that stock and invest, let's say $500 every month into that stock for as long as you want, maybe 5 years, 10 years. Just keep investing for as long as you want. The idea of doing this is that by the time the market is going up, you'll be making more money than the average person who has just been investing once in a while. So that is important. Now, the third one is through index fund investing. So this means that you're buying broad market funds like the S&P 500 for steady growth. So in case you don't know, index funds are funds that contain multiple stocks that you can use to diversify your investment. And as you can see right here, the S&P 500 is an example of an index fund. So this S&P 500 contains the top 500 stocks in the US. That's the meaning. So if you invest your money right here, it means you are diversifying your money into the top 500 stocks in the US. So investing your money in this will help you to diversify your money. And then the fourth one will be dividend investing. So this means that you are holding stocks that pay regular dividends for passive income. So this way you are making passive income for you, and your money or your investment is making money for you without you working, and you are making money while you are sleeping. So that is another strategy for long-term investment. Now, what are the different long-term investment options? Now, the first one will be stocks of well-established companies. So for this, you can invest in companies that are well-established or reputable companies. Don't just go and invest your money in just anyhow companies. That's if you are looking for long-term investment. Don't invest your money in just anyhow companies. Make sure the company you're investing in is a reputable and well-established company. Now, the number two is index funds and ETF. I made an example of the S&P 500 that has the top 500 stocks in the US. That's a perfect example for long-term investment. And number three will be bonds. So you can do this one for balanced risk. Like I said earlier, bonds are low-risk investment. And if you're interested in bonds, just go to your bank and tell them you want to invest in government bonds, and they will give you access to it. And you just get little interest on your money, but it is a low-risk investment. Your money is safe. And for number four, you have real estate. So for real estate, you buy a property and you keep renting it out and you keep holding it for as long as you want. And maybe after 10, 20, 30 years, you can now decide to sell that property and you make money for yourself. And number five will be cryptocurrencies. So for those with high risk tolerance, if you have high risk tolerance, you can invest your money in cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrencies are high risk investment. So make sure you pick reputable cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum if you are looking for long-term investment with crypto. So these are different options for long-term investment. Now let's talk about short-term investing. Now, what's the definition? This means holding investment for a few days, few weeks, or few months to take advantage of quick price movement. So this means that you invest in, let's say, crypto today, and maybe in like 1 week, you sell it after it has gone up and you take your profit. Or maybe you invest in a particular stock today, and maybe after 2 weeks, it has gone up, you sell it and you take your profit. Or maybe you buy an NFT today, and then after some days, it has gone up in price and you sell it to make profit. Those are examples of short-term investment. Now, what is the objective of a short-term investment? It is to earn fast profit through price fluctuations and short-term trends. So if you are looking to earn fast profit from your investment, then focus on short-term investment. Now, what are the key features of short-term investing? Now, number one is quick profit potential. This means that your gains can be realized in a short period. So you can make your profit in a short period like 1 week, few days, or few months. And then number two is active management required. This means that it requires monitoring the market, if it's crypto or stocks, and making frequent trades. So you have to be trading frequently if you want to be making consistent profits with short-term investing. And number three is more liquidity. This means that it is easier to convert investments back to cash quickly. So if you're looking for an investment that will make you convert your money to cash easily, then go for short-term investment. Now, what are some common short-term investment strategies? Now, the first one will be day trading. So this means that you are buying and selling stocks, forex, or crypto within the same day. So this means that you buy a crypto today and maybe it goes up in price that same day, you sell it that same day and make profit. That's an example. Another one is swing trading. This means you are holding assets for a few days or few weeks to capitalize on price swings. So maybe you buy a crypto today or you buy a stock today and you hold it for like a week, and after it has gone up in profit for a week, you sell it and you make profit. And then the third one is scalping. So this means you are making multiple small trades for quick and tiny profits. So these are the three main strategies for short-term investment. Now, what are some examples of short-term investment? Now, number one will be stocks with high volatility. Now, if you find a stock that is going up with high volatility, then you can invest in that stock for short-term investment. So that kind of stock you can just invest today, and after like maybe 2 days, 3 days, it goes up in price due to high volatility, you sell it and you take your profit. Now, number two will be cryptocurrencies. You can also do cryptocurrencies for short-term investment. So for example, you can buy a coin today and maybe it goes up in price after 3 days, you sell it and you take your profit. Number three will be forex trading. So this one, you are investing in currencies, in foreign currencies. So when you buy foreign currencies and they go up in price, then you can sell them and take your profit also. That's forex trading. And then number four will be high yield savings account. This is for lower risk short-term gains. So for example, you are looking to invest your money in a high yield savings account for like 3 months, 6 months, then you can do high yield savings account and you still get interest on your money. And then you have short-term government or corporate bonds. So I mentioned bonds in long-term investment. So you can also do short-term investment with bonds also. So you can also do all of this. So these are examples of short-term investment. Now, here are my final thoughts on long-term and short-term investing. Now, long-term investing is ideal for building sustainable wealth and it is less stressful. So if you are looking to build sustainable wealth in the long term, like 10 years, 15 years to come, then long-term investing will be good for you. But short-term investing can generate quick profit, but it comes with higher risk. So if you're the kind of person that you're looking to make quick profit right now with your investment, then short-term investing is the right one for you. But a balanced approach that is mixing both may be the best strategy for you depending on your goals and risk tolerance. So in summary, I would advise that you combine both together. So you have some of your money in short-term investment and you have some of your money in long-term investment. So that's the difference and everything you need to know about long-term investing and short-term investing. Now for the next section, we will talk about the different investments you should know and how to start. Now, the first one will be stocks. Now, this means you are buying shares in a company, giving you partial ownership in that company. So, for example, you buy stocks in a particular company, it means you become a partial owner in that company. Now, what are the pros and cons of investing in stocks? Now, for the pros, you have high returns over time. This means that over time, you can make more money on your investment, and then you have passive income, that is dividends. In case you don't know, there are stocks that pay you dividends, that is they pay you profit regularly. So that profit can be a source of income for you. Now, the cons of investing in stocks will be that they are volatile, that is, they can lose value quickly. So if you're investing in stocks, the value of a stock can go down drastically. So if you invest in the wrong stock, you are putting yourself at risk of losing your money. Now, how do you start investing in stocks? Now, the first step is to open a brokerage account or use an investment app. That's the first step. And in case you are looking for a good brokerage account, just go to your browser and type brokerage account in my country. Then you can go to the brokerage account office and tell them you want to open the brokerage account to start investing in stocks, and they will start helping you invest in stocks. That's another way. Or if you don't want to go through that stress, just use an investment app. So just search for different investment apps in your country that can allow you to invest in stocks. Once you've done that, the next step is to research companies. That is, do your research on different companies that you can invest in, and then pick reputable individual stocks. So for me, I always invest in top companies in different industries. industries, and that way I'm diversifying my money. So for example, I invest in top companies in the tech industry, I invest in top companies in the food industry, I invest in top companies in the pharmaceutical industries, I invest in top companies in the energy industry, I invest in top companies in the financial industries. These are the ways I diversify my investment in stocks, and I make sure I invest in something that I know will last for a very, very long time. So that's just the process of investing in stocks. Now, the second one will be ETFs, that is exchange traded funds. Now, this is a mix of stocks, bonds, or commodities traded like a stock. So ETF, like I have explained earlier, is a combination of different stocks put together. And then I made mention of the S&P 500. As I said, S&P 500 contains the top 500 stocks in the US. So if you are investing in that ETF or in that index fund, you are investing your money in the top 500 stocks in the US. That's just the meaning. So there are so many examples of ETFs. Just go to your browser and browse for the one that is your country or the country you want to invest money in. Now, what are the pros of investing in ETFs? Number one is diversification. Like I said, ETFs is a combination of different stocks. So if you invest your money in an ETF, it means you are diversifying your money in different stocks. And then another pro is that it has lower risk than individual stocks. So if you are investing in individual stocks and you go and invest in the wrong stock, you are putting yourself at high risk of losing your money. But if you go and invest in ETFs, it means you are diversifying your money in different stocks. So if one stock is not doing well, others will do well, and you can make money from the ones that are doing well. That's the meaning. But what are the cons of investing in ETFs? Now, the first one is that some fees apply. So for you to invest in some ETFs, you have to pay some fees. And another one is that it has limited upside compared to stocks. So for example, if you invest in a particular stock and it goes really up in price, you make so much money. But if that stock is in an ETF that you are investing in, if it goes up in price, but maybe other stocks in that ETF are not making so much money, you'll not be able to make so much money for yourself. So you see that it has both advantage and disadvantages. I hope you understand. Now, how do you start investing in ETFs? It is the same process of investing in stocks. Just invest through a brokerage or an investment app. Now, the third investment will be mutual funds. Now, mutual funds are professionally managed investment funds that pool money from multiple investors to buy a diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, or other assets. So mutual funds are similar to ETFs and index funds, but for mutual funds, you have different kinds of investments. In a mutual fund, you can have stocks, you can have bonds, and you can have other kinds of investment. So it's not limited to stocks alone. You can have other kinds of investment in a mutual fund, and it is being managed by investment managers. Now, what are the pros and cons of investing in mutual funds? Now, for the pros, it has lower risk due to diversification. Now, remember I said the mutual fund is a combination of different kinds of investment. So if you're investing your money in a mutual fund, it means you are diversifying your money in different investments. And another pro is that no need for active management. This means that you don't need to be managing the investment yourself. Just put your money in any investment app that offers mutual funds, and that investment app or the investment managers will help you manage your money. Now, the cons or the disadvantages are higher fees. For this, you have to be paying trading fees when you invest your money in mutual funds, and it has less control over individual stock choices. So for individual stock choices, you are the one who is picking the stocks you want to invest in, but for mutual funds, you are not the one picking the stocks you invest in. It is being managed by the investment managers. Now, how do you start investing in mutual funds? You can start by investing through fund managers. So what you can just do is to look for maybe fund firms or investment firms, that is firms that help people manage their money. Just give them your money and they will help you manage your money with mutual funds. Or you can do this with banks. There are banks that offer mutual funds. Just go to a bank, tell them that you want to invest in mutual funds, and they will give you access to it. And another way is to invest through financial advisors. So if you know any financial advisor out there, just reach out to the person and the person will help you on how to invest with mutual funds. Now, the fourth way to invest your money will be through bonds. Now, bonds means you are lending money to a company or government for a fixed interest return. So this means that you are borrowing the government your money or maybe a company your money, and then they give you a fixed interest on your money. Now, what are the pros and cons? Now, the pros or the advantages are, number one, it is safe. So your money is guaranteed. It is a low-risk investment. You are not at risk of losing your money at all. And the second advantage is that it has predictable returns. So you can know how much you are making from that investment. Once you go to a bank and say you want to invest in bonds, they will tell you, oh, this is the percentage you will be getting, maybe 10%, 15%, 20%. It can vary. So again, it has predictable returns. You know how much you will make. And the third advantage is that it is good for long-term stability. This means that if you are looking for a long-term investment that is stable, then you can invest in bonds. But the disadvantage is that it has lower returns compared to stocks and other investments. So the returns you get from bonds are very low, and that is why they are safe investments. Now, how do you start? You can buy through government or corporate bonds market, and the easiest way to do this is to just go to your bank and tell them, oh, I want to invest in bonds, and they will give you access to this. Now, the next one will be real estate investment. Now, this means buying property to rent out for monthly income. That means you buy a property now, you rent it out to people, and they start paying you monthly income or yearly income. Now, what are the pros or advantages? Now, the first one is passive income. So this means that you just buy a property once, and that property you buy will be making money for you. Another advantage is property value appreciation. So this means that if you buy it now, that property will appreciate in value, and when you want to sell, maybe after like 5 years, 10 years, you sell and make profit for yourself. Now, what are the cons or what are the disadvantages? Number one is that it requires capital. You need so much money to invest in real estate before you can start making passive income for yourself. Number two is management effort. You need to be managing the property, or if you can just employ people to be managing the property for yourself, that is better. And the next one is tenant risk. There are so many tenants that will give you problems if you rent your properties out to them. Now, how do you start this? Now, you can research property locations and look for a very good location to buy your investment property. And the next thing is to secure financing. That is, look for money, find money on how you want to buy that property, and find tenants to rent the property to. It's as simple as that. Or you can just use fractional real estate investments. So this means that you come together with, let's say, 10 people, 5 people, 20 people, and you people bring money together to buy an investment property, and that property will be making passive income for every one of you. That is what is called fractional real estate investment. So if you don't have all the money at once, just look for people to come together with you, and you do fractional real estate investment. Now, the next one will be real estate investment trust, which is called REIT. Now, REIT means you're investing in companies that own real estate. So for this kind of investment, you're not investing in the property yourself. So you're investing in the real estate company that owns the property. That's just the meaning. So what this means is that you go to a real estate company, you give them money, and then they invest the money in their real estate properties or their real estate investments, and then your own is to just get passive income. That is just all you have to do. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Now, the advantage of this one is that there is no need to own any property. So you don't need to own any property. You don't need to care about managing any property. Just invest your money. And the second advantage is passive income. So for this one, again, you're not doing anything. Just give them your money to invest, and then they give you passive income. Now, the cons or the disadvantages will be that you don't own the property. So if you're the kind of person that you wish to own the property, if you are doing this, you won't be owning the property. You are just investing. And the second thing is that it is not managed by you. So if you're the kind of person that you want to own a real estate investment that is managed by you yourself, then this one is not for you. So REIT is not for you. Now, how do you start this? You can buy REIT through brokerage account. So again, just like I said, just look for the brokerage account around you and invest in REIT through them. Or you can just find any real estate investment company in your city or in your country and reach out to them that you want to invest in some of their properties, and then they give you access to it. And that is all. It's as simple as that. Now, number 7 will be cryptocurrencies. Now, cryptocurrencies are digital assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So these are assets that you invest your money in, and when they go up in price, you make money. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of investing in crypto? So the advantage would be high growth potential. Now, cryptocurrencies can really go up in price. In a month, you can make 50% profit from a crypto. You can make 20% profit in a crypto. You can make high profit from a crypto in a short period of time. The second advantage is decentralized finance opportunities. So this means that crypto is not controlled by anybody, so it is decentralized, and that means that it has huge potential. Now, the cons or the disadvantages will be extremely volatile. This means that cryptocurrencies can go really up and really down. So if you're investing in crypto, this means that you should be ready for high volatility. It can really go down. You can lose like 10%, 20% of your money in a day, in 2 days, and so on like that. And another disadvantage will be regulatory risk. Now, the reason I'm putting regulatory risk is that crypto is not yet regulated, and because of that, it is a high-risk investment if you want to do it. Now, how do you start investing in crypto? Number 1, open an account on crypto exchanges. So you can open an account on Bybit, BitGet, BingeX, Binance, and so on. And then the next thing is to pick reputable coins and invest only what you can afford to lose. If you're a beginner, pick reputable coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Don't start picking meme coins that will make you lose all your money in a day or in 2 days or in 1 week. Pick reputable coins and start from there, and start investing only what you can afford to lose. The next investment will be commodities. So you have gold, silver, and oil. These 3 commodities are investments that you can put your money into. Now, what are the advantages? The advantages of investing in commodities will be hedged against inflation. So this means that if you invest your money in these commodities, you can beat inflation. Your money can grow in value. And the second advantage is that it is stable during market crashes. So even when the financial market is crashing, all of these commodities can stay at the top right there. But the disadvantages are prices can be unpredictable. Now, today they can tell you that the price of gold is this. Tomorrow they can tell you that it has gone really down. In the next day they can tell you that it has gone really up. So the prices can be unpredictable. And the second advantage is that there is no passive income with commodities. So if you're investing in commodities, no passive income. You're just buying and holding. Now, how do you start investing in commodities? You can buy commodities through commodity exchanges or ETFs. In case you don't know what commodity exchanges are, just go online and type best commodity exchanges and to bring out all the commodity exchanges that you can use for this. So that's the 8th way to invest your money. Now for number 9, you have private equity and startups. This means that you are investing in new businesses or startups. So this means that if you see a company that is growing out there and you see that, oh, this company has potential, then you can invest your money in that company. Now, what is the advantage of doing this? The advantage is that it has high returns if the company succeeds. So if you invest your money in, like, let's say 3 companies and maybe one of the companies succeeds, you can make so much money that will be more than what you've invested in the 3 companies. Now, the disadvantage will be high risk. Now, this is a high risk investment. You can see in the example I gave, I said you can invest your money in 3 startups and only one will succeed. So you can see that it is a high risk investment. There are some times that you invest your money in different startups and none of them will succeed. It has happened before. Now, you also have long lockup periods. Now, what I mean by this is before you can make your profit from investing in businesses or startups, it can take long period of time. So it's not something you invest now and make money after a month or 2 months. No, it can take years. It can take 5 years, 6 years, up to 10 years. So it is like that. Now, how do you start investing in startups? Now, you can use platforms like AngelList. So if you go on this website called AngelList, just go on your browser and type it. You'll see the different ways that you can invest in startups on the website. Or you can just invest directly in businesses. So if you know a particular business that is doing well and has potential, you can just meet with the management of the company and tell them you want to invest in that business or in that company. So that's another way you can invest your money. Now, the next one will be collectibles and NFTs. So this means that you're investing your money in art, rare items, and digital assets. And what are the advantages and disadvantages? Now, the advantage for this is that it can appreciate over time. So this means that if you buy an art or you buy NFT right now, if you hold it for like 3 months or maybe a year, it can grow over time and you make your money when you sell it. Now, the disadvantages is that it is hard to value. So it is hard to put a value on an NFT or an art. It is very, very hard to value all of those things. And the market demand can fluctuate. So today you can hear that, oh, this art, a lot of people are buying it, a lot of people are demanding for it. And when you buy it, the next day, you see that nobody wants to buy it from you anymore. So you just have to hold it till when you see someone that will buy it. So market demand can fluctuate. Now, how do you start investing in NFTs or collectibles? Now, you can buy from marketplaces like OpenSea, that's for NFTs. So if you want to invest in NFTs, just buy through OpenSea, or you can use auction houses for physical collectibles. Like if you want to buy art or rare items, you can go to auction houses to invest in all of those things. All of these things are investments that you can do. Now, for number 11, which is the last one, you have high interest savings account. So these are savings accounts that offer higher than average interest rate on your deposit. So for example, if you have money, just deposit it on any high interest savings account and they will be giving you interest on your money. Not just any high interest on your money. Now, what are the advantages? The first one will be low risk. So these are low risk investments where your money and your profit are guaranteed. And then you have instant liquidity. So this means that you can easily remove your money anytime. And then you earn more than regular savings accounts. So when you're putting your money in high interest savings accounts, you are earning more returns, more than regular savings accounts. And then the disadvantage for this investment will be that you get lower returns than investment like stocks and real estate. So the returns are always kind of small compared to stocks, real estate, or even crypto. Now, how do you start investing in high interest savings accounts? Now, the first thing is to open an account with a bank or online financial institution offering competitive interest rate. Now, when you are looking for one, look for the one with no fees, the one with high APY, that is high annual percentage yield, and the one where you can have easy access to your funds. So that's what you should be looking at when you are looking for high interest savings accounts to invest your money. So now that you know the different investments you can do out there, let's talk about avoiding investment scams and how to protect your money. This is very important. Now, investment scams are designed to trick you into handing over your money with promises of high returns and little to no risk. Now, as an investor, it is important to recognize the warning signs and protect yourself from fraud. And here's how. Now, before I show you how to avoid investment scams and how to protect your money, you need to understand that investment scams are investment where they will tell you that you will get 50% in 1 month, 100% in 1 month, and they will tell you that your money is safe. Anything like that, it is a scam. It is a very big scam. So please avoid it. Now, here's how you can avoid investment scams and how to protect your money. Now, the first common type of investment scam will be Ponzi schemes. So Ponzi scheme is a scam where money from new investors is used to pay older investors instead of generating real profit. So for this kind of investment, what they do is they'll say, oh, come and invest on our platform, we will give you 100% in a month. And when you invest your money, they'll tell you for you to make more money, you have to refer people. Now, when they tell you to refer people, you yourself, you go and refer people because you want to make more money. And then the money they get from the new people who are investing, they use it to pay you. And that is how they continue that cycle where they use new investors' money to pay old investors. So I hope you see that it is a scam. It is not a real investment. Now, the red flags you will see to identify this kind of scam is guaranteed high returns with no risk. So if they say come and invest and you get 100% returns in a month with no risk, run. Now, the second one will be no clear business model or products. So let's assume that for the investment company, they don't have any investment product, they don't have any business model to make profit. If they don't have any of these, then it is a scam. Now, the third one will be pressure to recruit more investors. If they are giving you pressure or pressurizing you to go and recruit more investors or to refer more people to the platform, then you should know that this is a scam. It's a big scam. So that's the first type of scam you should be aware of. Now, the second one will be pyramid schemes. Now, this is a fraudulent system where investors make more money by recruiting others rather than through legitimate investment. Now, this is similar to Ponzi schemes, but for this one, the only thing you are doing is multi-level marketing. So it's just like you come on this platform, you make a payment, they'll tell you to refer more people, you go and refer 2 more people, those 2 more people will refer 2 more people, those 2 more people will refer 2 more people. So you see that the chain is going up and up and up, and as the chain is going up and up and up, you are making money for yourself. But the truth is that kind of investment is a scam. There's nothing there. It is a big scam, so avoid it. And the red flags you receive for this will be focus on recruiting instead of selling products or services. So if they tell you that the only thing you just be doing is just to recruit people to the platform, it is a scam. Now, the second one will be money flows to top-level participants. That is, if the people who make the most money from this investment are people at the top, that is, maybe people who started from the very beginning, then it is a big scam. And the third one is if there is no real investment or business operations, then it is a scam. So that's for number 2. Now, the third type of investment scam will be pump and dump scams. Now, scammers artificially inflate the price of a stock or cryptocurrency by spreading false hype. Then they sell their holdings at a profit before the price crashes. So I'll give you an example. An example is when maybe someone is about to list a coin, they will come online, they will hype the coin, they will pay influencers to hype the coin and make everyone to buy. And then when they see that the price is going up, because when more people buy a particular coin, the price will really go up. And then when the price goes really up, the people who created the coin and the influencers, they will quickly sell their cryptocurrencies and make profit, while you that you have been deceived to come and invest in that coin, you will be left with little to nothing of your money. So it has happened a lot in the crypto space and it is still happening, but you need to be very careful. Now, what are the red flags you will see to identify this? The first one is sudden hype around a little known asset. So for example, an asset that just came out of nowhere, there's a sudden hype around it, then you should be suspicious. Now, number 2 will be spam messages promoting the next big thing. So for example, if you are getting spam messages on your social media platforms or in your phone and they are telling you that, oh, this is the next big thing, this is the next Apple, this is the next Bitcoin, this is the next Ethereum, all of those things are just to promote scams. Now, the third one will be rapid price increase followed by a sharp drop. So for example, if there's a rapid price increase in a cryptocurrency or in a stock, and then you just see a sharp drop immediately, that is a scam. So you need to be very, very careful. Now, the fourth one will be advance fee fraud. Now, this is a common fraud that people do. Now, a scam where fraudsters ask for an upfront payment in exchange for access to an exclusive investment opportunity. So for this one, people will come to you, or these scammers, they will come to you and tell you, oh, we have an investment opportunity for you, but before you can have access to this exclusive investment, you must pay an upfront payment. Maybe they'll tell you to pay like $1,000, $500 or thereabouts. If you are doing that, that is a scam. It's a very big scam. There are some people that maybe they are doing airdrops. They will tell you that before you can get access to the airdrop, you must pay an upfront payment of maybe $10, $50. All of those things are scams. And the red flags you will see are requests for upfront fees. So if they tell you to pay any upfront payment, avoid it, it is a scam. And number 2 is if there is no verifiable track record for that investment, it is a scam. And number 3 is claims of special access to opportunity. So if they claim that they have special access to investment opportunity, then be careful. Be very, very careful. Now, number 5 will be fake investment platforms. Now, fraudulent websites or apps that look like real trading platforms but disappear after collecting investors' money. This one has happened to a lot of people, whereby they invest their money and after some days, the investment platform will disappear and they won't be able to retrieve their money again. Now, the red flags you will see for this will be poor website security or design. If the security or the design of the website is very bad, then you need to be suspicious. The second one will be no regulation or company registration details. So if it's showing you that the company is not registered, is not regulated in the country where you are investing that money, run for your life. Now, the third one will be difficulty withdrawing your funds. Now, if you have difficulty withdrawing your funds, or maybe you see reviews from other people that have used the investment platform and they keep saying, oh, they have difficulties withdrawing their money, then run from that investment platform. So these are the different kinds of scams that you can find out there. Make sure you avoid all of these investment scams and protect your money. Now, this will take us to the last section of this guide, which is how to manage money like the rich. Now, under this section, I'll talk about budgeting, I'll talk about financial planning, and I'll talk about saving strategies. Now, let's start with budgeting. Now, managing money wisely is crucial for achieving financial stability, reducing stress, and reaching your financial goals. Budgeting helps you control your spending, save for the future, and invest strategically. Now, let's break it down step by step. Now, how do you budget your money? But first, let me explain what budgeting is all about. Now, budgeting is the process of creating a plan for how you will earn, spend, save, and invest your money. Now, a budget will help you to track your income and expenses, and to help you to avoid overspending and debt. It will also help you to save for short-term and long-term goals, and it will help you to gain financial freedom. It will also help you to pay off your small debt, and will help you to save for vacation. So now that you know what budgeting is and what it can help you to do, how then can you create a budget? So here's how to create a budget in just 5 steps. Now, the first step is to calculate all your income. Now, how do you do that? Now, the first thing is to list all sources of monthly income that you have, whether salary, side hustle, passive income, and so on. List everything out and list out the amount you are getting from each one. Now, if your income is inconsistent, that is maybe you make separate amount of money every month, that is if you make different amount of money every month, then you can use an average of the past 3 to 6 months. Just calculate how much you've made in the last 6 months and take the average. That's just what you need to do. So first, know how much you are making. So once you know how much you are making, that is a very big step, and that is the first step to create a budget. Now, the second step is to track and categorize your expenses. So this means that you divide your expenses into 4 different categories. The first one will be the fixed expenses. So these are the expenses that you must spend money on, like your rent, your utilities, insurance, and your loan payments. And then the second one will be your variable expenses, that is the ones where the amount of money you're spending can vary. So for this one, you have groceries, transportation, dining out, entertainment, and so on. And then you have discretionary expenses like your subscriptions, your shopping, and luxury items. And then you have savings and investment. So this one will be for your emergency fund, your retirement savings, and your investment. So you need to group your expenses into these 4 categories. Now, once you've done that, the next step will be to use the 50-30-20 rule. Now, this means that 50% of your money goes into your needs. So your needs are your rent, bills, food, and transportation. And 30% goes into your wants, which are for entertainment, vacations, and hobbies. And 20% goes into your savings and investment. Using this simple strategy can help you manage your money wisely. Now, an example is if you earn $1,000 per month, your budget should look like this. Now, $500 for your needs, $300 for your wants, and $200 for your savings and investment every month. So that is the third step. Now, the fourth step is to cut unnecessary spending. Now, this means that you start by reviewing your subscriptions and your memberships, and then you reduce impulse spending, avoid emotional shopping. And then number 3 is to cook at home instead of eating out. Now, you can eat out, but don't let it be every day. Make sure that sometimes you are buying food to cook at home. Now, step number 5 is to track and adjust your budget monthly. Now, this means that you use budgeting apps or Google Sheets. You can use the PFC budget tracker. So we have a budget tracker at Personal Finance Circle. So if you want to get that budget tracker, the link will be in the description of this video, or you just check our website. To be on our website, personalfinancecircle.com. budgettracker.com. So you can use our budget tracker to track your expenses. And then number 2 will be to review expenses weekly or monthly so you can stay on track. And then number 3 will be to adjust based on income changes or unexpected expenses. So for example, if your income is increasing, then you can adjust your budget and maybe increase the amount you are investing, maybe increase the amount you are saving, and all of those things. So these are the 5 simple steps to create a budget for yourself. Now the next thing will be to talk about financial planning, which is the long-term approach. Now, financial planning is the process of setting long-term financial goals and creating a strategy to achieve them. Unlike budgeting, which is short-term, financial planning focuses on the bigger picture of wealth creation and financial security. So financial planning basically means you are planning your finances for the long term. That is just the meaning. Now, what are the steps to create a financial plan? So I will talk about the 4 steps to create a financial plan. Now, step number 1 is to set smart financial goals. Now, you need to define your short-term and long-term goals using the SMART principles. SMART simply means specific goals, measurable goals, achievable goals, realistic goals, and time-bound goals. It means that your financial goals must be specific, must be measurable, must be achievable, realistic, and time-bound. And then here are some examples of some goals you can set. So for short-term goals like maybe 0 to 2 years, you can set a goal to build an emergency fund, you can pay off your small debt, and save for a vacation. These are examples of short-term goals. And for mid-term goals, which is like maybe 2 to 5 years, you can set goals to buy a car, to start a business, or to save for a house down payment. And for long-term goals, which are like 5+ years, you can invest for retirement, you can buy real estate, and you can achieve financial independence. So the first step is to set your smart financial goals. Now, the second step to create a financial plan is to build an emergency fund. Now, an emergency fund covers unexpected expenses like your medical bills, your car repairs, or your job loss. And for these, like I said earlier, save at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses and keep it in a high-interest savings account for easy access so that you are getting interest on your money. Now, the third step is to manage your debt wisely. Now, if you're the kind of person who is into debt, or maybe you're in a country where you use credit cards, make sure you always pay off high-interest debt first. It is very, very important. And the second thing is avoid unnecessary loans and always live within your means. If you're always living below your means, you will not have any reason to go and be getting unnecessary loans. So always live within your means. And then step number 4 is to save and invest for the future. So you need to invest in assets that grow over time like stocks, real estate, and so on. Diversify your investment to reduce risk and take advantage of compound interest. That is, start investing as early as possible. So these 4 steps are the steps to create your financial plan. Now to the last part, let's talk about saving strategies. That is, how to save money effectively. Now, saving money is a crucial step toward financial security, wealth building, and achieving financial goals. And whether you are saving for an emergency fund or maybe a big purchase or long-term investment, having the right saving strategy can make a big difference. Now, why saving is important? Here are the different reasons. Now, it helps you to handle emergencies without going into debt. If you have savings, you won't have to go into debt or borrow money if you have emergencies. The second thing is that it allows you to invest and grow your wealth. So if you have savings, you can turn your savings into investment and grow your wealth from there. Now, number 3 is that it gives you financial freedom and peace of mind. And number 4, it helps you to reach your goals like buying a house, starting a business, or retiring early. So now, what are the best saving strategies for financial success? What are the best strategies to save money? Now, the first one is to pay yourself first, which is the 20% rule. This means that before spending, save a portion of your income first. Now, a common rule is the 50-30-20 rule, which I've explained earlier, and I said 20% should go into your savings and investment. So always use the 20% rule and use 20% of your income to save or invest. Now, a pro tip I'll give you here is automate this process by setting up automatic transfers to your savings account. So let's say, for example, you are using a savings app that allows you to automate your savings. Just automate your savings so that it will be taking 20% of your income from your bank to your savings account immediately. That's the first step. Now, the second way to save money effectively is to create multiple savings accounts. Now, instead of one savings account, separate your savings into different categories. So you can have one category for emergency funds, you can have one for short-term goals, you can have one for long-term goals, and you can have one for investment funds. So if you have these 4 different savings categories, then you can know what each savings category is used for. I do this for myself, and I will really advise that you do it for yourself because it has really, really helped me. I have different savings categories or different savings accounts. And always make sure you use high interest savings account so that you can earn passive income on your savings. Don't just save your money somewhere where you'll not be getting interest on your money. It is very, very bad. Inflation will eat up your money. So make sure you are saving your money in a high interest savings account where they will give you interest on your money. That way, your money is making more money for you. Now, the third way to save more money effectively is to cut expenses and save the difference. Now, to do this, just look at your monthly expenses and find areas where you can cut costs, then redirect the saved money into your savings account. So the way you can do this is to reduce your impulse spending and stick to a budget before shopping. And number 2 is to cancel unnecessary subscriptions. So if you have subscriptions that you are not getting value from, just cancel them. Number 3 will be to cook at home instead of eating out, and always use cashback and discount when you are shopping. All of these things can help you to cut your expenses and you save the difference. So for example, if you are the one who is spending $500 on subscriptions before, maybe after you reduce them, you are now spending maybe $350. That remaining $150, you can add it to your investment or to your savings. I hope you get the idea now. Now, that's the third way. Now, the fourth way to save more money is to save extra income like your bonuses or gift. Now, whenever you receive unexpected income, make sure you save at least 50% instead of spending it all. So let's say, for example, your salary has been increased, let's say from $2,000 to $3,000. Now, you see that extra $1,000, always save half of it. Make sure you save that $500 that is half of that extra $1,000. Add it to your savings, add it to the amount you have been saving before. And the second thing is use it to boost your emergency fund or your investment portfolio. So when you add that extra income to your emergency fund or your investment portfolio, you are using it to boost or to increase your emergency fund and investment portfolio. And the third thing is if you receive a salary increase your savings instead of lifestyle inflation. So instead of going to buy more expensive things, just use that salary increase to increase your savings. Simple. And then number 5 will be to save in a high interest account or fixed deposit. So instead of keeping your money in a regular bank account which earns little interest, number 1, use a high interest savings account so that you can earn more money on your money. Number 2, consider a fixed deposit account if you don't need the money very soon. And number 3, explore money market funds for higher but safe returns. So again, use high interest savings account. I've been saying this multiple times in this video. Just go online and search for high interest savings account in your country and use anyone that is regulated by the government in your country and save money, and you'll be getting more money on your savings. And number 6 is to set clear savings goal. Now, saving is easier when you have a specific goal in mind. Trust me, if you have a goal to save a particular amount of money at the end of the year, anytime you look at that goal, you'll be motivated to save more money. And we have bad goals and good goals. Now, an example of a bad goal is when you say, I want to save money. If you say you just want to save money, that is a bad goal and it won't motivate you to do anything. But a good goal is when you say, I will save $5,000 in 6 months for a vacation. So you can see that in that sentence, I have the amount I want to save, I have the time in which I want to save for, and I have what I want to save for. So I want to save $5,000, I want to save it for 6 months, and I want to save it for a vacation. So if you have all of this in your savings goal, you'll be motivated to even save more money. So in summary, these are the tips for saving money successfully. Number 1, automate your savings so you don't have to think about it. Number 2, cut unnecessary expenses. Number 3, start small but stay consistent with your savings. Number 4, avoid keeping too much money in cash. Let your money grow. Save it in a high interest savings account. And number 5, invest saved money in wealth building assets like stocks, real estate, and crypto. And by using these saving strategies I've mentioned, you'll be able to build financial security, achieve your goals faster, and invest in your future. So this is everything you need to understand about managing your money. So this is the concluding part of this guide. We've talked about making money, investing money, and managing money. So if you're the kind of person who is looking for how to make money, this guide will help you. If you're the kind of person who is looking for how to invest your money, this guide will also help you. And if you're the kind of person who is looking for how to manage your money the right way, this guide will really help you. Now, if you're interested in learning more ways to make money, invest your money, and manage your money, you can join the PFC Academy waitlist. The link to join the waitlist will be in the description below or under this video. And maybe by the time you are watching this video, the PFC Academy is ready. Just click on the link below this video and you can join the PFC Academy, where you can get access to free and paid courses on how to make money, how to invest your money, and how to manage your money the right way. So if you are ready to join PFC Academy, just click on the link below this video or in the description of this video if you are watching on YouTube, and go ahead and join PFC Academy. I'll see you in the academy. Bye.